Before we get started, there's going to be some spoilers in this video. There's your warning, so don't complain, batteries not included. I could be talking about how Attack on Titan's final season blew people off their seats. I could be talking about the long anticipated anime adaptation of one of the most popular rom-com mangas. I could be talking about the absolute wonders and comfort of Yuru Camp's new season. I could even talk about one of the worst rated anime of all time. Nah, let's talk about horse girls. I'm sure you've heard the term underdog before, and if you have not, well, here's the Wikipedia definition. In a lot of anime, specifically sports anime, the story is usually told under the underdog's perspective, and the reason why is because it's intriguing to the viewer to see someone who is nothing and works so hard to become something. It's natural for us to want to see something new, hence wanting the underdog to win, but I think it's actually mostly due to how much we relate to the underdog. We love the underdog story because we want to see a reflection of our average self. We want to see an inspirational story that pushes us to work even harder. And despite me understanding that, I truly don't give a crap about the underdog story. Specifically, a type I call the newcomer underdog. It's just unrealistic to me and always undermines the hard work of a top competitor. Ummmm Musume Pretty Derby Season 2 doesn't rely on a newcomer underdog story, and instead it gives a whole new perspective of what happens in a competition. Our main characters are considered top dogs, or top horses if you want to be more accurate. But basically, because this anime is in the perspective of those top competitors, it separates itself from the typical newcomer underdog story and actually shows that being a top competitor is not easy. It's not all glory, it's not all happiness. A lot of you may not know this, but top competitors also experience psychological trauma. Things like high expectations, stress, overconfidence, high peer pressure, and so on. Honestly, a lot of the times, being at the top of the competition is much more stressful than being at the bottom. There's more attention on you, so everything you do is going to get a big reaction, whether it's negative or positive. People are unaware of what happens at the top of a competition until they reach that position. And it doesn't help that many stories that involve competition always talk about the hard work an underdog puts in, and falsely characterizes the top competitors as cocky, confident people who don't work hard. But there's a reason why these people are always top competitors. There's a reason why they win a lot of competition. It's because they work harder than anyone else. Now, I have an activity for you. If a random Asian guy came up to you and asked, what are the 3 biggest factors that contribute to competition success? What would you say? Your answer is probably correct, and actually I would like to see what your answer is in the comments below. But there is a specific scene in the anime that I think really answers this question perfectly. Take it away, Horse Girl Anime.
そうか、君、それは大変よ。ルドルフちゃんみたいになるには、才能と努力と運、この3つが完璧に備わってないと。
Talent, effort, and luck. These are the 3 major factors of competition success. You must have all of these to perform at the top. Without even one of these, being the best becomes more like a dream. I've talked about how top competitors put in a lot of hard work, but realistically that alone isn't able to stabilize a top position. Talent does play a part, and I know a lot of people like to believe that enough hard work can always beat talent, but in reality that's not true. Talent at its best always beats effort at its best, and there is a quote that basically says that hard work beats talent if talent doesn't work hard. Though this quote is a very wishful thinking, as most of the time talent will work hard. People just gotta accept that talent is the reason that separates the best from the top. And even when you have both effort and talent, there's still one more factor, which is luck. It's the most uncontrollable and inconsistent factor of the competition. But yes, luck can decide who ends up the winner. Sometimes The external factors are not favorable. Sometimes you are tested on something that you're not the best at. Sometimes you just make one mistake, and because of that, you lose. You cannot override luck with hard work or talent, not even with both. Sometimes you just gotta accept the fact that one day you will lose because of luck. Teo, our main character, is said to have both talent and effort, but throughout her story, she loses her way many times because of luck. Winning and losing is a part of competition. Most of us will lose and some of us will win. It's just how that works. And of course, everyone gets at least a tiny bit frustrated when they lose. Winning will break people's dreams. Not everyone will accept the fact that you won. In my experiences, I was never favored when it came to topping the competition. No one liked it when I won, and everyone would never let me hear the end of it if I messed up and lost that top position. I used to think I was at fault for doing my best in these competitions, as everyone would just get hurt from the result. I'm a super selfless person, so to see other people get hurt kind of gives me a bitter taste in my success. It's actually the reason why I wasn't able to do my best in things anymore until I watched this anime. This anime has shown me that it's just natural for people to not like you winning, and it also reminded me that despite how many people don't favor you, there will always be at least one person that looks up to you, that supports you, that recognizes the hard work you put in. Are you a heel or a hero? As long as you deserve it, as long as you desire it, the only answer is you are a hero.
ガイズはヒールじゃない。ヒーローだ。
I've mentioned that top competitors do experience psychological trauma, a great part stemming from the high expectations from the people around them. High expectations are one of the most stressful things that can happen. In a way, a lot of people tend to feel like they have to meet up with these high expectations, and when they are not able to, it hits them down really hard. Teo becomes successful, becomes well known, and because of that she gains a lot of confidence. Her goal is to win the Triple Crown title, a prestigious title that a horse can only attempt to claim once. By winning 3 specific races in a row, a horse girl can claim this title. Unfortunately, she gets unlucky and has a fracture before her 3rd race. She had to give up a big dream to continue pursuing what she likes. She puts up a confident, energetic front, even trying her best to recover and get back to shape, but she wasn't able to recover in time. And as a result, we can see that she trembles in frustration. But then, she bounces back up. Not many are this resilient, so props to her for being able to bounce back very quickly. She has a new goal to become an undefeated horse. But again, she loses her way because of bad luck. If she wasn't already successful, I don't think she would have been as impressed as she was. But because of the high expectations of everyone around her, losing that hyped up race and her wanted title of being the undefeated horse makes her lose some confidence and faith in herself. And as a result of that race, she gets a 2nd fracture. Fortunately, she was able to bounce back up again because of the support of those people around her, specifically her rival McQueen, someone who not only supports her but insists on her rivalry with Teo. Even when she beat Teo, she's the one that cheers up Teo by saying that she hasn't completely won over Teo because that race wasn't Teo's speciality. It's a very weird way to support someone, but to be honest, showing rivalry is usually the best way to emotionally support someone who is also competitive. Teo now has a new goal, to beat her rival McQueen in the next race she participates in. But unfortunately, when things were becoming better for Teo, she gets her 3rd fracture. She loses complete faith in herself. She'll never be able to meet the fans' expectations. She will never be able to match her peers' rivalry. She loses that confidence that has bounced her back many times. That confidence is the reason why she breaks down even harder than normal. And in the end, she gives up not only because she sees that she isn't able to reach that goal, but also because her fans lose belief in her. It's ironic that the fans are the reason she has confidence, but also the reason why she finally breaks down. There is one more thing that can decide someone's success in a competition. It doesn't happen very often, but it can occur if someone truly desires and deserves it. Miracles. Even when I say that effort alone is not enough, Effort is the key to making miracles happen. No matter how tough things are, giving up is the worst option you can make in a competition. Once you give up, it is game over. There's a word I really like, and it's sedulous. It's a trait for people who always work hard and never give up. By being that sedulous person, miracles can happen. In this world, you get what you deserve. No matter how long it takes, you'll eventually be rewarded for the effort you put in. The final scene of this anime is so beautiful to me. A comeback story of a top competitor who has lost her way many times. And in the same sense of an underdog story, it's very inspirational to those people who have reached that spot but lost their way many times due to uncontrollable circumstances. It may seem like a cliche moment, but it's something that can happen. Heck, it really did happen in real life. Tokai Teo, a horse who was able to touch the audience's heart by winning its first race back after almost a 1-year hiatus due to unfortunate injuries. The horse never gave up, and thus was able to make a miraculous run. Sometimes a story about horse skill is really that push you need, and I'm glad that I was able to share a tiny bit of my competition experiences through the medium of anime. I haven't talked about all the great things about this anime, so maybe this isn't the last time you're going to see me talk about this horse anime. But until then, I'll see you next time. Peace!